My brothers. Are they?
Shh.
Try to talk.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Ffx6. Happened here.
Those tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them lot? Not a chance.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken. We're here by Madam
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for...
Wade's men. But how did you come to... Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting...
Did he? Take your wounded back to... Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave, just...
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Ffx6 snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now. The lift can only carry a few at a time. If those Ffx6 get as far as the cliff, Wade's men will have nowhere to run.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can... But what about... I didn't... Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to...
Do you think we can hold them?
We can certainly... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
How do? Fare thee well.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
This is no time to ride.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
It's over! Something's coming!
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
All yours, Tormund. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But it's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is...
What do you say, Martha?
Well...
My lord. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, so if it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle, and I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an not that Sir Wade...
It's all right. There is only so much the boy can...
But a squire...
Would that really be so? You were a squire once?
I would not have it.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Jill.
All lies.
Your Stolas said that
Indeed. Although...
Any idea where they...
The desert's a big... But the fact is...
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the... I've tried.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like you're... We're better off using that coin to buy food, and you cannot.
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Any more of this, and I'll come back when you're ready.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And
I was about to ask.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's kiss here in Dal. I was here to do just that. When Master Lub...
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's socks. These are cursed sky or an entire...
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Fucking thieving bastards!
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. But if left to smolder...
My thoughts? Both sides wish...
And if there's one...
What would...
Well... He'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the...
That sounds like a...
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad, it may still be possible. Before present,
And that would be...
to pool our resources and...
When all that fear and anger...
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him.
As you wish.
Your face it. Don't worry, Victor and I will
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Lower than beasts they are. Aye. The scum of the twin. Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Conrad. May I introduce...
A pleasure, man.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed... You know of the 7 high houses. Granted, we have a few boys left.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your prey?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the and there's a reason why I had you do the
Fucking thieving bastards!
My shop. Why would anyone do such a thing?
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but...
Indeed, sir. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city. It is only a matter of time.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Under... And while I... Which means that now, if our humble town is to endure not...
All right, if it will. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was...
She saw right through.
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kit.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat with time.
Time no longer appears...
I take it your scouts...
Technically, it would be the bandits who found... All.
You're not sick.
They don't just want food,
I have a I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups.
Very well. Jill and I...
The rest, my friend, the stakes I can see.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around it.
Then it will be for us to see...
I thought you might.
We'll hold them off for as long as...
And we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there.
Without you, there would... You saved her.
We all...
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm down, we are...
So... People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Carrot's collector.
I've never even forged a button.
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, so I'm Satsu. You want? Never mind.
I know.
Good. And the way you're... There's that... I'll...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
And with our steel.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
I wouldn't be.
All right.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question. I need to know what...
You a blacksmith?
Something.
Fair enough. First and give me a blade.
So a knife that...
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with. So, time
As long as we all do our bit, Dalamil will be back to her old self in no time.
Hey! I know you! You helped Lubor fight off the bandits, didn't you? Thanks, mister.
First we find Isabel.
And what can I do for you? And a fine, fine day to you.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side. Whoa.
Ghosts? Then a war won't stop them. I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under flood. And we're next.
you can.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
Left for more in the captain's orders.
Don't leave me, Pa.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
That thing, it took off the captain's head. Before we could even draw his steel.
I'm not going back out there. You hear me? Fuck this!
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the back of them glowing things found me and...
Leave that to us.
My family!
Don't leave me, Pa.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
Did you see the
creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Look! I see them. With me!
Should I cry?
Save your strength.
There are always more. You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any... It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people and the people I love. Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to... But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than...
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive. But without all the mocks and mows. Philippe will make a good captain.
He reminds me a little of you, Clive. So many ways. Injured only by the...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turned that house from all our friends thanking you for your... How is it you always met?
Look, I suppose any word of...
That's it. The nation's still...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Now's the time to...
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Ffx6, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you. Even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You are special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have wanted...
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter.
You know how I feel about this. But your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family. Clive. I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. And how could it not? But are we any better? Till next you need me. Seems the hideaway is
blasted book.
You put me in...
Are you sure it's me you're looking?
I'm all the cook. You remember? So I thought...
It wasn't as...
Yeah, but this is...
I've never been... So...
A freto...
If I...
You...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help... It's... Wait. They...
What am I gonna... Is everything all right? You see, it's... Don't...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until...
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell...
Sid! Adi, it's not a set of scales, it's...
No, well, but just...
Well, the dispute... All right, if you... This tiny piece.
I have.
She puts them...
That's right.
I remember the...
Not mine.
You know what... So...
Not a bad idea. This is called the...
You're right.
You've...
Oh, good thinking. These Well... So...
I think we've...
Then here's what...
Well, obviously... Yes!
Well...
Oh, I just put the...
That's right.
Her hair.
Yeah.
What do you...
With the... Until...
Hey, look!
You don't think Sid...
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Kandor was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Yeah! Straight home now. All yours! Farewell! Come on.
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar.
You must have me
Son of a whore. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine. If you insist.
For Titan!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on.
Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
No need to ride from here.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, But I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith, Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I heard.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure. Luke's is fine.